How do you know a protagonist is a character you want to write about? Like, how do you know you're really connected to that protagonist?
That's a very, very good question. I think for me, it comes from a little bit of the story and about what I want to say at that time. I don't tend to go with, tropes of characters. I really go with like, what's the situation and what character can be tested the most in that situation, The most recent thing that my writing partner Will and I have done is a horror feature with a lot of like very social, very topical social commentary. And that just came out of, a specific, very interesting idea of horror, but also the fact that right now there's a lot of disparity in terms of people's pay. Just in the world, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and that middle class is disappearing and everything. And that's been very top of mind for me. So I wanted a protagonist for this horror script that really like embodied that, and somebody like this blue collar worker in Chicago that we can all identify with and get behind, because I think, at least I do, but I think that we all feel like we are that person right now, like the corporations, they're just stepping down on us, and politics is stepping down on us. And, there's a lot of unrest and upheaval, I think. And it's one of those things that the situation sort of can dictate that. And it's something that I'm finding that having very socially conscious statements is something that I really want to put out there. Because I think that, films are a great medium that, you can reach a lot of people with. And if I can put messages in there, that will make people think of something a different way, like thinking about the disparity between black people and white people in, in a corporate environment. Or, with No Touching, it was about, the reach of misogyny, I really want topical, things that people can just really sink their teeth into and make them think. That's my big goal with my current projects, at least.
What were the movies growing up that were like that made you think about sort of social commentary? Like Norma Ray comes to mind. I know that's before my time even, but it's not just a feminist story, but it's also a story about a small town, people being scared to lose their jobs. This is the only place for them to work, and being like, just they all of them are sick and different things are happening. But what different films growing up?
Sure. I think for me, what's interesting is that it wasn't really like dramas or things like that. I found those messages in like sci-fi and popcorn films at the time. So The Matrix was like the first one that really opened my mind to, the thought of, what if none of this is real? Like just the mind expanding aspect of like really looking at the systems that we have and trying to figure out like how much of this is real, how much of it is not. And that continues on with V for Vendetta, which I think is, an amazing piece that again really gets you thinking, even though it's, like comic book and action, and that's stuff that I just love and I'm drawn to. But the ones that feed in that social commentary are great. And Children of Men is another example of just, a sort of cautionary tale about the future. So those are the ones that I would say really sort of did a great job of it's popcorn movies, but sneaking in some very important social commentary.
I've been on a Raymond Chandler kick, and so I've been researching just different panels, and this USC panel talked about his writings, and it just said that so much of noir was a commentary on really the working class versus the wealthy, especially in LA in the 30s, and all this corruption and just sort of just, paid off politicians versus sort of the working man.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting because you wouldn't totally, you see it as more of just a mystery, but that woven in is this commentary. So.
Yeah, and that's the real great Trojan horse aspect of film. It's like people are there to be entertained, but if you can, sort of trick them a little bit and give them a little dose of social commentary, that they'll go out going like, what was that actually about? Or I'm thinking about that now, or opens their eyes like, that's great. That's a wonderful trick.